So now and I know that that's steady, you got steady income, those health benefits you need. So yeah, so I do understand you, you know, maintaining employment within that industry
Hmm.
because a lot of times, even though you may have your passion for media and radio, but it's not, it's kind of iffy. It's iffy.
Exactly.
And you have to be in certain spaces to really excel and to really, but in the meantime, in between time, when while in the process of you pursuing that type of field, you have to have a steady income in between, in the
Exactly.
meantime. So, all right.
Exactly.
But was that the case with you that with you staying within that industry?
No, well, it just was income. So I would say I'm gonna
Right. And
keep
you
going where I
just
still get income.
yeah.
And then I would do, and then I would, what I would do is that when I wasn't working it, like my days off, I would record videos.
Okay. Okay.
Because I
Yeah, so
remember
when did
before
that
when I
start
first
for
started,
you? Yeah, I
go
want
ahead.
to yeah, I'm sorry. I want to get more into that, like what made you decide to do the YouTube, of all the things you could have done. I know you, like I said, that's your background, but
Hmm.
when did this whole K2 spot come into play?
Really, I was kind of shocked because I was really going to start it like around 2010. I really wanted to do it, but I didn't start doing it until like December 2012.
Oh, 2012.
So
Okay, that's a
yeah,
while.
2012. Yeah,
Yeah.
so when I did it, it was just because I got tired of seeing the same thing over and over, like from other different YouTube shows. But
You want to bring different content, yeah.
I would bring different content and talk about something else that's totally different from what they were talking about. Because a lot of them, what they would do, and I know you know this, they would just talk smack about somebody or bash somebody in order to get views. And I'm like, I know they're still
Yes.
doing that anyway, but at the time they were going really in. And I'm like, do I really need to hear all this? Like, I'm hearing the same thing over and over. And then they'll talk about the same person over and over and over. I'm like, come on now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. How you doing, beef sector? But yeah, anyway, yes. So yep. So what was it like? So when you knew that you wanted to do the YouTube space, like what did you have in mind? I know you said you want something different from the norm, but what did you have your mind for your platform to be and what the type of content you wanted to do? Like what was your brainstorm process as far as getting content together?
Really, to be honest with you, it was just whatever I felt at the moment. Like I was just brainstorm. And at first, I was just doing like I did an intro video introducing myself. Then I started just going by what was going out there, what was out there, like in
Mhm.
the news and media and everything.
Right.
Like
Right,
especially
trending
when,
topics.
yeah, because I know it was like trending topics. And then like I remember one of the ones that really got me was like I would probably say like the Sandy Hook elementary
Mm,
school, or is this, or was it the middle school? Anyway,
yeah,
it was
I know
that
you
school shooting that
yeah, yeah.
happened, Sandy Hook. I remember I did that because I kept saying it's time for us to stop with all the shooting. This was before it got out of hand now. And then I started doing the music reviews, and that's where the big one was. That's where I got the huge views on, like
Okay.
doing like the music reviews, and then also doing movie reviews,
Yes,
like
yes.
television, just like just whatever I saw that I liked, I just put it out there because I said I'm going to do something that I like and I'm going to talk about it. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to talk about it because I feel like a lot of people they
Right.
want to talk about what's the negativity, what's the negative thing, or why this was horrible.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, don't nobody have time for that.
Exactly. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Tooks, because that was my idea too. Like I wanted to leave a safe space and I welcome different perspectives, but I didn't want it to be so dark. I wanted
I
to
agree.
balance it out. And when we could talk about, because I add my little perspective in between interviews, I add my little perspective on
Hmm.
certain topics or certain things, and I move on to the next. I'm not going to just dwell on it,
Yeah, of
because I
course.
want to leave that safe space. So I totally agree where you're coming from,
Ooh,
and so and congrats on because Tukes just celebrated his anniversary on here, so
yeah,
that
it was
was a
13 years
couple months
in
ago.
December last
Oh
year.
yes, so yeah, congrats on that. So yeah, that's because that's not it is not for the weak. So I wanted to make sure I acknowledge that. And
Appreciate that.
so let me ask you and I want you to kind of share this with the audience as well. Like, what is your advice on remaining consistent and remaining steadfast in this particular journey?
Okay. Wow, that's a good question.
Thanks.
I would just say stay true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be yourself. Don't let nobody tell you what you can or cannot do. And also, if you have that idea and that's like a gut, like you know how they say you trust your gut.
Mm-hmm.
If you have that gut instinct of saying that I want to do this, go for it. Because you know how they say what can go wrong. You just
True.
be yourself, and you just have to just
Right.
stay true to how you feel. And then at the same time, you want to stay consistent. Engage with your audience. At the same time, like I said, engage with the audience, but at the same time, don't let them feel like you have to listen to everything that they're going to tell you, because at the end of the day, you have to listen to what you think you want
Yes.
to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you have to make the ultimate decision as to how you navigate through this process because and this is
Yes.
these are some of the things that Tooks be telling me behind the scenes too. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
yes. I've told
sacrifice
her a couple stuff.
yes. Yes. And so it's well received, sir. Well received. So yeah, because I don't really, there was a time, I'm still sensitive at times, but now it's like, and I think it comes with age where you just don't give a like
You
okay.
don't, but I get what you're saying because yeah, because I noticed with you I think when you first started, I could tell you were just like me, like how when I first started, you're trying to just introduce yourself, but then at the same time, you're trying to figure out what's my direction, and then when you figure it
Yeah.
out, once you get familiar with doing a couple videos,
Yes.
because usually I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'll say probably like the first 5 or 6 videos I did, I was just trying to figure out the direction, but then when I got to like the 7th video and more, my confidence level actually grew
Yes.
more and I got better and better.
Right. Because you was like, I got this,
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to that, you get to that point in life. So now how do you find the balance between doing your regular job and the YouTube? Like what is the balance like? What does that look like for you? You know.
Oh, that's easy. I could tell you that.
Yeah.
I can that in the
Yeah.
quickness. What I do is I let work be work.
Right. Me.
Same here. I just let work be work. But then whatever your days off are, you just even if it's like when you get off from work and you have an idea, write it down. Because what I did was I was always write everything in the composition book.
Oh
My
wow,
ideas.
composition book. Wow. You really are aging yourself.
Well, I know they still because they still call it composition books, but I'm saying that's what I would just write it down, my ideas, because a lot of times I'll be sleeping or sometimes I'll be at work and an idea will
Yes.
come.
Yes,
And
come
what I would
yes.
do is I would get, especially because now I'm in boundaries, I would have an idea. I would get a piece of paper that we have and just write down the idea and if nothing was going on at work and we have free time, I would write the idea down and
Yeah,
then
that
what I would do, I would
brainstorming.
fold it and put it in my pocket. So I will remember I had that in my pocket. But then at the same time, when those ideas and everything came, that's what happened. And then what's
Yes.
funny is that I was just doing mostly like when I first started doing the music reviews and the movie reviews and TV reviews and everything, which were are still doing phenomenally well, even though I haven't done a lot of them. Like it's funny because the old videos when I first started, they're like growing like crazy.
Yeah, you build a new audience, I think, and it's also this reminds me of how you have certain artists from back in the day that had
Hmm.
like maybe like that one hit or like that classic
Hmm.
and then sometimes it goes under the crate, but then when it's played on a certain show or played played at a comedy show or it's
Hmm.
being sampled
Of course, yes.
and you have a whole nother audience right there. You have like that person has another set of fans because that and I'm gonna give you an example because Lenny Williams. I don't know if you know who Lenny Williams
Because
is.
I love you. That was one of my
Yep.
songs.
You know, yeah. So you know that he thanks Steve Harvey for reviving his career because
Hmm.
of that because he played it on the Kings of Comedy tour. So
I
that
remember that,
so
yes.
yeah. So that's brings me back to what you were saying about the videos that you did once upon a time, they're resurfacing now because it's just the climate that we're in right now. So
Exactly.
yeah, but given that, like, do you remember like your some of your most watched view videos, like
Of
the most popular
course.
ones? But which ones are those? Give me yeah, indulge me. Which ones were
Okay. 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 It's so funny because the most watched video right now is my friend Nico Love with me reviewing his EP called Climax like a few years ago.
oh, you said Rico Love?
No, Nico Love.
Oh, Nico Love. Nico Love. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
No.
Oh yeah,
No,
I remember.
not the producer Rico Love, but
Yeah.
Nico Love.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
remember.
was.
I remember. Yeah. Yes, I remember that interview.
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember
Yes.
he had the show that was on Signal 23. It was called Climax. Which was a racy show.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, well,
And
the title alone.
but
Yeah.
that was the title because he's saying it in the series, his character. And I reviewed it. I remember when it first put it out there a few years ago, it did okay numbers, and then all of a sudden it still kept blowing up, and it's now at 48,000 views.
Nice.
And even that's like the most watched video period on my channel.
Wow.
And then also the web series Triangle, which
Oh, I
has a lot
never
of my
heard of it.
friends. It's yeah, the Ballroom Throwbacks. That's the name of the YouTube channel. They have the series on there. And
Okay.
because a lot of the cast are friends of mine, and I met them probably like I would say about 10 years ago.
Nice.
About 10,
Nice.
like 10 years ago, say 10 or 11 years ago. And we're still friends to this day. So that's like at 34,000.
All right.
And then also another one is like when I wish R&B singer Brandy happy birthday, like in 2013, when it was her, I think it was her 34th birthday around that time. That was a huge one because her mom saw it, Brandy saw it. So it got watched from Brandy's audience, like the stars, which I love. The Dawn Robinson one from who's formerly Dawn from En Vogue. That's another video that everybody loves.
Yeah, you talking about King and Dixon? You talking about King and Dixon? You talking about?
No, she's talking about King and L. O'Brien.
Oh,
He's
okay.
in that series Triangle.
Oh,
But
okay, got it.
but
Okay.
Dawn Robinson, formerly of En Vogue, the original
Okay.
member, one of the original
Yeah.
members.
Yes, of
That
course.
interview,
Oh, no.
when I
Yeah.
start going to do my interviews, Dawn, because we've been friends for a long time. We've been friends for
Wow.
19 years.
Nah.
This year makes
Yeah.
19 years we've been friends. So we did that interview. She quickly said yes to me. I didn't have to go through her team or nothing. She said, "Yeah, I'll do
Nice.
it with you." Same thing with
Nice.
R&B singer Shanice. That was another popular
Oh,
one.
yes, yes. Oh,
So those,
how did
because they're
you
friends of mine.
how did you connect with them though? How'd you become oh,
You know,
because of your profession?
well, here's where it gets funny right here. You remember back in the day when they used to have like MySpace and all
Yes.
that? That's how I became friends with both of them. And that was like 2007. I became friends with both of them. And then the thing about it was that because I was a fan of both of them. But here's the thing: when it came to Shanice is best friends with one of my cousins on my dad's side,
Oh, really?
and I never knew that.
Wow.
So then when we did the interview, it came out when I brought it up to her. She said, "Oh my gosh, she's like my sister. Oh my gosh!" And I brought it to my cousin. She said that she did the same thing. I was like, "Wow, this is a
that is
replay."
wonderful.
Now, Dawn and I, because I was a fan of hers, like from the En Vogue days, they were doing a
Yes,
solo
yes.
project.
Yeah, bring her to me. Like, can you bring her? Oh, can you send her my way?
I'll talk to her.
Send her my way. Yeah.
You never know. She might be
Let
watching.
him
You
know.
never know. She might be watching. You never know. She might be
She
watching.
might be. She
Cause
might
she be
be.
watching. She watches good stuff.
Oh, she does. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's why I say you never know who's watching. You never know who's in
Yeah.
those bushes.
Because myself and Miss Stevie, we've had her on our shows.
Right. Yeah. I remember her being on Miss Stevie's show. Yeah. That's why I say y'all better bring these people on to me. You know,
They may
I'm
find
trying to
you.
book people. Yeah.
They may find you. I'm just saying.
Oh, yes.
But
Please
then
find me.
also, yeah. But those are like the popular ones right there. This is more like Brandon Carson, who's
Mm,
who's done stuff. But those are
nice.
people they like because they like more people too that I've interviewed. But there's some more stuff that's gonna be coming out soon.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Yeah, so I just that's really impressive. You see the body of work that you that he got going on, you guys. I mean, that's very impressive. So please support, all of his information is going to be in my description box. Please make sure that you check out K Tookes on YouTube and also check out his Instagram, follow him, and all social media platforms.